Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka after... okay, just movie review. I sure do miss going to the movies. In fact, it's pretty weird. I haven't been to the movies in 2 months, and I'm reviewing a movie that was supposed to be theatrical release, but is on VOD because of this situation that's still going on. But anyways, I'm here to talk about Scoob 2020. And Scoob is a new Scooby-Doo movie. Unlike the TV movies, this was supposed to be theatrical release, but because of what's going on right now, Warner Brothers just decided to put it on VOD. Just like DreamWorks did with Trolls World Tour. Which, if you're wondering, no, I haven't watched that movie, and I don't think I'll ever watch it, because I didn't like the first movie, so I'm just going to ignore that. Sorry. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry, but hey, I'm gonna give you this. So Scoob is about, where Scooby-Doo and Shaggy first meet, and basically as they grow up together, promise to always be friends, and of course they meet Velma, Daphne, and Fred, and of course they become Mystery Incorporated. And from there, Scooby and Shaggy feel like they're not important to anybody, and they get kidnapped in this spaceship that's actually the spaceship of a superhero called Blue Falcon. And from there, they have to stop this evil guy, Dick Dastardly. I'm not sure. But, yeah, basically, funny thing, of course, if you know Dick Dastardly and Muttley, they're basically part of their own cartoon. And there is a lot of references to Hanna-Barbera cartoons, like Hong Kong Phooey, that one with the gorilla in it, or that usually, that kind of happens during the, and that, caveman guy thing. Now, I'm going to be the first one to admit, I'm not really a big fan of Scooby-Doo. I mean, it was always on back then, but I never just decided to sit down and watch it. It's never really been my cup of tea. I don't like any of the live-action movies. I could say this was definitely better than that. I will say, I did like a few of the TV animated movies, and I could say they're kind of better than this, because while there are some stuff that I do like about this movie, I feel like it's not entirely worth the $20 rental. Like, I feel like that is way too high. I mean, a movie ticket is a lot cheaper than 20 bucks just to rent a movie that you're probably going to have for a few days. If that's the case, you're better off just buying the movie. One of my biggest gripes with the movie is the fact that it kind of plays out too much like a superhero movie. Because, Scooby-Doo is known for, mysteries and haunted houses. And there's just one aspect of a haunted house. And it's basically, that one that you saw during the trailer. And, of course, the Scooby-Doo Where Are You theme song is played, and there are a lot of references to the old show. But this does play out a bit more like a superhero movie. I mean, Scooby-Doo becomes a superhero or whatever, and Shaggy is feeling left out. And one thing I did like about this movie is it does have heart to it. Basically, it's between the moments with, of course, Shaggy and Scooby, how, they're always supposed to be together, they're supposed to do stuff together, and of course they feel like, they're slipping apart when, Scooby feels more useful. That might be a spoiler, but, I'm not really going to give away a whole lot here because, I don't know, but now I know what you're thinking, but you like superhero movies. Yes, I do, but Scooby-Doo really isn't meant to be an entire superhero movie because when Scooby-Doo is not on screen and it focuses more on like these little robot things, I don't really feel like I'm watching a Scooby-Doo movie. In fact, he isn't entirely throughout the entire movie. I mean, you do see him throughout most of the movie, but the scenes where he's not on screen and shows more of this futuristic stuff that's going on, I didn't really feel like I was watching Scooby-Oo. Now, there are some Easter eggs here and there, like what I just mentioned before, and there is some very comedic moments. There is a bit of adult jokes here and there, and there was one, there's a couple mild fourth wall breaks of jokes that I think, for the most part, adults or teenagers will definitely understand, and I thought that was a funny aspect. For the most part, I did get a few laughs out of it. Did all of it land? Not entirely. But, for the most part, it's what I was thinking it was going to be. The movie didn't look entirely like garbage. In fact, it didn't look like garbage to me. It felt like it would be on par with that Addams Family movie that came out last year. And it is. I thought that movie was alright. This movie was also alright. I mean, it is very colorful to look at, and all in all, I didn't have a bad time with it, but, you know, for its superhero aspects, the fact that there's a bunch of it, and there's a lot of action and lasers shooting around, it kind of distracted for the overall, you know, stuff that's going on. Like, Scooby-Doo back then was known for, like, its dark humor, like, you know, its spooky stuff that's going on that might even frighten little children, but this film, it's definitely a lot more colorful and a hell of a lot less dark. And that kind of took away from the aspect, because, you know, that's one thing I did like about Scooby-Doo, was, you know, its creepy atmosphere, and, you know, its comedic, you know, scares and stuff, and it's not that much in here. I mean, it is in here once, but for the most part, it feels more like an action movie. But, nevertheless, it wasn't terrible, okay? Animation, it's colorful, I mean, it does have heart to it, it does have a little bit of its charm, but some of the jokes didn't entirely land for me. The entire superhero action movie plot was entirely good. I did like Dick Dastardly as the villain, though. In fact, you know, it does have some good casting choices, like Mark Wahlberg as Blue Falcon. Frank Welker is back as Scooby-Doo, although Zac Efron actually played Fred, which is kind of weird, because didn't he play, Frank Welker play Fred as well in the cartoon? Like, that's... I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But anyways, that's all that I really need to say about this movie. I'm gonna give Scoob a 3 out of 5. So yeah, I can say if the price dropped down to like maybe $12.99, it could be a little bit more worth it. But for right now, I think you're better off just buying the film. You know, it's good enough for families. Okay, I watched it with my mom and my sister. My mom seemed to enjoy it. I think my sister enjoyed it as well. I think she watched a lot of Scooby-Doo back then, so she wanted to watch it with me, which was cool. But yeah, I mean, if you have kids, you know, just watch it for the weekend. Although, watching this movie, I would have liked it better if I saw it in the theater, because I could have watched it for free if I saw it in the theater, because I'm a real employee, but I couldn't. But, yeah, it's just good to review a movie that, you know, because I haven't reviewed a movie in 2 months. Like, was Bloodshot my last movie review? And game reviews don't count, because I can do game reviews whenever. But, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This video's gone on long enough. I'll have more videos out soon. But, yeah. See you guys later. Word out.